Hey guys, it's Alex C with TFBTV. A little while back I was running around town and I noticed on one of the stores there was a sign like this on the front. As a gun guy, I was curious as to why people would do this, as I'm quite fond of guns. Always have been, presumably always will be. As it turns out, I did a little research and there are actually large subsections of the population that say guns are bad. It seems like if guns were bad, someone would have said something to me about this over the years, so I did a little bit of digging and came up with what I think are the top 5 reasons guns are, in fact, bad. So let's have a look. First off, prepare yourself to usually smell like common lubricants and solvents that you would generally use on your firearms. I've actually learned to embrace this by starting my morning off with some number 9. After using deodorant, brushing my teeth, and hopping out of the shower, I either use this as aftershave or often as cologne. Most people generally either ask, "What the hell is that smell?" or "What is it in this room that smells weird?" I've learned to take that as a compliment. So this next one's going to be familiar to a lot of y'all. Most everyone's probably got their eye on that fancy new gun that they've seen every now and then on either the internet or in the counter of the sporting goods store. You've probably even had the clerk hand it to you to make sure it's exactly what you want, and eventually you get the money to let you buy the gun. When you go to the store and make the decision, maybe tell the clerk that this day is going to be the day, it brings you to my next point. Your wallet is going to hate you. When they ask for the cash and you bust out your wallet, that comma in your bank statement's going to probably disappear if you're like me. But the fun doesn't end there. Of course, you know ancillary expenses are going to cost you more money. You stack it on and stack it on, and pretty soon that comma is going to be permanently gone. So this next one's going to be a little unusual, and that's that guns can actually hurt you. At any given time, I've got 4 or 5 different boo-boos from a strange gun, from either field stripping one or even modifying a gun I've had for a while. Even experienced gun people can get bitten every now and then, and I'm going to demonstrate here with this science marker what can become of even your most seasoned Garand shooter. The plague that is Garand thumb has been taking its toll on shooters now for a couple of generations, and I thought a science marker might be a good stand-in for an actual human thumb, much less my thumb that's already messed up from a pre-existing gun injury. As you can see, the damage to the science marker was pretty extensive and it cracked the body. This is proof that guns can in fact hurt you. As for my 4th point, I'm going to title it Goodbye Free Time, Hello Range Time. You'll find that once you get deep into firearms, most of your free time on weekends is going to be spent at a gun range. You're also going to waste a whole lot of ammo, so this plays into one of my other points as well. Basically, your social groups are going to be comprised of the people you find at the range, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That said, your wife and or girlfriend will probably get upset and wonder where you are. So as for the 5th and final point as to why guns are bad, that's going to be entitled, It Doesn't Stop There. Maybe you'll find that you really like collecting firearms and get into the history. Maybe you find out that you like hunting and begin stalking deer. However, it doesn't stop there and you need an additional rifle for other animals. You also need a very nice shotgun for dove and duck and goose and what have you. And then you find that maybe you can cut some of the cost out by reloading. The paradoxical effect of this being that you actually go shooting more and then end up buying more components to fuel your reloading addiction. Anyways guys, this was kind of a fun video to make. Obviously it was silly and poking fun at some anti-gun people. That said, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Grizzly Targets and Ventura Munitions. Also, if you liked what you saw, maybe hit that subscribe button. It really does help us out. Thanks guys.